The TVWAN News is proudly brought to you by
Hello, this is Wednesday's news. I'm Carol Kidu Jr. In tonight's news, citizens urged to take heed of wind warnings, Pundari sets out plans as police minister, and PNG rugby community mourns loss of player. The PNG Weather Services has called on citizens, particularly those in the coastal provinces, to take wind warnings seriously. Assistant Director for Forecasting and Warning, Benjamin Malai, issued this call. Effects of Cyclone Koji is felt up north in Papua New Guinea, affecting weather patterns here.
In the past few weeks, Cyclone Koji hit the coast of far north Queensland, and PNG is reeling from the effects of this weather condition. Assistant Director of Forecasting and Warning, Benjamin Malai, explains.
A few weeks back, yes, we had a Cyclone Koji on the coast of far north Queensland. That has gone. After that Cyclone Koji, we have had a very active area of low pressure and elongated one just south of Papua New Guinea, and it is along that trough line that we are having very severe weather.
With incidents being still reported of boat mishaps at seas, he stressed on the importance of taking wind warnings seriously and adhere to them.
The message is already out. When we mention warnings, those are the warnings that we send to the mariners, the people who use the sea, okay? And I think our warnings have been in place, especially strong winds, for the last 2 months or so. Strong winds. The gale warnings, we have issued that, it's been 2 weeks now. Now, we are very concerned. When we issue strong wind warnings, that is okay. People can still go out to sea. But when we issue gale warnings, we will expect people not to go out to sea, because there is a high chance, high probability that people will die when they go out to sea during gale winds.
The gust and gale winds occurring in the coastal areas in the past few weeks have caused stilt houses to collapse, boats overturning, trees falling, blackouts, and more. Malai emphasized on safety first in this weather. Jasmine Irojak, TVWAN News.
The newly appointed police minister, Sir John Pundari, is keen to address the law and order issues facing the country as he takes on the chair from former police minister Peter Siamalili Jr. Sir Pundari held a media conference this morning to highlight the challenges of law and order and his plans to address them as minister responsible.
Following Prime Minister James Marape's instructions to restore law and order in the country, the newly elected police minister, Sir John Pundari, has taken on this challenge, stating that he will do all he can with the support of Police Commissioner David Manning and the police hierarchy to address lawlessness in the country.
I acknowledge the fact that the challenges of law and order in our country are challenges that are not easy to tackle and address.
Pundari firstly outlined the need to support police welfare, treating this with utmost importance to ensure police officers are properly looked after before going out to serve the public.
It is also very, very important when we are trying to address issues of crime and lawlessness in the country. Our policemen up front have to be motivated, and to ensuring standards and performance, we've got to watch out for our policemen's welfare.
Other areas he will look into include operational budget plans for police operations in the different commands. This is to ensure that there is transparency and accountability.
You mean talk say, hey, me need more money here, money come. But you need money to work in one kind work. Money me give him, you finish it, you use him one mark. You waste him or you use him good.
While speaking on budget, Pundari ordered Police Commissioner David Manning to provide a financial report for 2025 and outline the 2026 budget plans and to confirm if the funds for 2026 were released by the government or not.
Me no have just gone talking Prime Minister. Me tribal senior man, yeah. You put in face me law police department, law and order law this country. You giving me money now. But me don't have gone talking Prime Minister and government law giving me more money. I have to have facts. I have to tell the Prime Minister, the Treasurer, the National Executive Council, facts about how we have allocated and used funds that were allocated to us in the past and how we are going to use what is allocated for us in a money plan going forward. And is it enough for us?
Pundari further added that the demand for police is high, but the lack of resources is an issue that needs to be fixed in order to address lawlessness in the country. Police Commissioner David Manning pledged his support to the minister, stating that the police hierarchy will work alongside him to address law and order issues in the country.
Myself and our executive is that he has high expectations in terms of administration, transparency, and the conduct of uniformed and non-uniformed personnel. Minister, let me say this and commit the rank and file of the constabulary from the office of the Commissioner to the last junior probationary constable that we will continue this strive for excellence, and by doing so we will not let you down.
Tracy Pa, TV1 News.
The PNG Extractive Industries Transparency Initiative, or PNG-EITI, has called an enhanced transparency in the distribution of benefits from the PNG liquefied natural gas project. The project, nearing 2 decades of operations, declared it is debt-free as of December 2025, with all stakeholders relieved of their debit obligations.
Executive Director of the PNG-EITI National Secretariat, George Cowley, in congratulating ExxonMobil PNG and stakeholders for this achievement, also highlighted the importance of ensuring that the financial benefits from the PNG LNG project are shared transparently and equitably among all parties involved, including local communities and government entities. Cowley emphasized that while achieving a debt-free status is a substantial achievement, it is equally crucial to maintain clarity and accountability in how the profits and benefits are allocated. He said by prioritizing transparency, PNG-EITI aims to foster trust among stakeholders and ensure that the economic gains from the project contribute positively to Papua New Guinea's overall development. Enhanced transparency in benefit distribution is essential for maximizing the social and economic impact of the project, especially for communities affected by the industry. Ruth Rungala, TV1 News.
With just 1 year remaining before the 2027 national general elections, leaders in Southern Highlands Province are calling on their people to change their approach to elections. Member for Mendi Munihu, Raphael Tonpi, and Southern Highlands Governor William Powie issued this call while opening 20 houses built for families who lost homes to election-related violence in 2022. Elections, they said, is a game of high stakes, and people should allow the candidates to play their game on an equal playing field without them getting involved.
It costed the provincial government 20 million kina to build 50 houses for families who lost their homes in 2022. This is money that should have been invested in other sectors.
Something, this 10 million past time we pay him now 10 million, 20 million was long been get this heavy, that kind of money, but you should work him not something, but talk me sanabi finish so me go ahead lo rebuild him now, work him this plus something.
with this serving as example of how devastating and costly elections can be on ordinary people, Poe called on people to change their attitude towards elections in 2027.
Southern Highlands, especially Nipa Mendi. Larem, you may run election good, election straight, counting he can go straight. Now me talking you know young man, me to go through the pain na heavy na kanken heavy. If you defeat me through the ballot, me become second and I'll move on.
Member for Mendi Muniu, Raphael Tonpi, shared similar views, pleading with his people to make a change for once.
So that 2027, one election-related problem not can come up. Can we make it our business, sir? You not looking the pain that we may go through long end after all this play heavy. You know, all this play member is member I'm still all right. All candidates are all right here. You give all stuff no. Beginning school Australia, most be all good plus school here. Heavy you and me that's all by mix. You may man no place.
Election-related violence in Mendi after the 2022 national elections saw people being killed, houses burnt, and business houses connected to politicians also burnt down. Southern Islands people have been urged not to repeat this in future elections, including the 2027 election. Ruth Rongola, TVWAN News.
The missionaries of Marion Hill are making an urgent appeal for financial assistance to revive Catholic FM 103.7, the only Catholic radio station in Marlborough Province. The station has been forced to go off air for 2 months. The station, a vital lifeline for spiritual and social connection in the region, suffered catastrophic technical failures following a series of severe power interruptions.
On Catholic FM, the voice that nurtures the faith.
Director of Communication for the Diocese of Ley, Father Brian Nonde, reported that the damage to the station's digital infrastructure was extensive. Following a professional assessment by TEPNG Communication Company, the cost of repairs was estimated to be between 150,000 and 160,000 kina. For many in remote villages in Morbe, the elderly and the sick that cannot move around, the station is their primary source of the gospel and global news. Beyond its religious mission, the station functions as a critical community hub and a feeder to society.
I am coming to you with an appeal. We are in need of help in the Diocese of Ley, our radio station, because of power interruptions, power blackouts and outages, is off air.
It provides a safe haven and mentorship for youth from settlement areas, offering them vocational training and preventing unwanted behaviors through active engagement in media. Founded in 2005 by the late Bishop Andrew Van Lieshout, Catholic FM 103.7 serves as a voice that nurtures faith for listeners across Morbe, Kainantu, and parts of Medang. Since 2016, the station has successfully mentored 43 volunteers who have moved on to professional roles in government and non-government organizations. It also serves as a practical training ground for journalism students from Divine Word University and UPNG.
And this radio station like this doesn't only broadcast, it also provides an avenue for young people to come through this channel and be educated, be mentored, to get them away from harmful behavior. And Father Brian's been leading the charge for several years now, getting young people through this process. At the moment, the station is struggling a bit because of repairs that it needs to happen.
Father Nonde has led the station for 9 years, expressed his concerns over the silence of the airwaves, noting that while the station has historically relied on overseas donations, the current crisis requires a broader mobilization of support. The missionaries of Marion Hill are now calling on the government, the Christian community, and the people of goodwill to help restore the essential service. They believe that with the necessary funding, the station can resume its mission of fostering social cohesion and driving positive change throughout Papua New Guinea. Michael Tamtipais, TV1 News.
This is TV1 News. We'll be back with more of the day's stories after the break.
Banking doesn't have to be complicated. With PSB's One Talk Wallet, control your money wherever, whenever. Dial *131#, enter your PIN, select cash in or out, and generate a secure code to withdraw cash. It's the only wallet for cardless ATM withdrawals. Send and receive funds, pay for goods and bills, or withdraw cash with ease. All with PSB's One Talk Wallet. PSB's One Talk Wallet. Money made easy. Dial *131# today.
P&G's favorite soft drink now in bottles. Goldspot brings you fresh, bold flavors in brand new 500ml bottles. Taste the rainbow. More freshness, more flavor, more fun. Lime, orange, raspberry, and pineapple. Proudly made in P&G. Proudly Goldspot.
Long year 2024, 7 pla baby i born one time HIV. HIV ikan go long baby long triple rot. Time bel mama ikat HIV, long time long carrying baby, na time baby is susu. Tasol Yumi can help him bel mama long look out him baby inside long bell. Go quick time long bel mama clinic na kiss him antenatal check. Time Yumi pan him sick HIV area or time bel mama i positive penis, early treatment i can save him baby. Give him baby healthy start long life. Stop him spread long sick HIV eagle long baby. This lutok sawa ikam long National AIDS Council Secretariat.
Meet Yumi Pay, your digital wallet from TISA Bank. Your gateway to seamless transactions. Withdraw cash anytime at your nearest TISA agent. Send money to family and friends.
Hello, Sam.
Anytime, anywhere. Top up and pay with just a scan. From taxis to coffee and small businesses, Yumi Pay makes every payment simple. Yumi Pay, powered by TISA Bank.
Win the T20 World Cup after 17 years. This is what you play for. This is what creates memories of some of the greatest players in the game.
Welcome back. Polling for the New Ireland provincial by-election is into day 3 of polling. TVWAN Urban, Matalai and Namatanai started polling on Monday, January 19, 2026. Acting Electoral Commissioner Margaret Vagi gave an update on New Ireland's by-election after being briefed by the team on the ground.
45 of the 156 teams started polling for the New Ireland provincial seat by-election on Monday, January 19, 2026, in 3 local-level government areas. These were for TVWAN Urban LLG, Matalai LLG, and Namatanai LLG. Acting Electoral Commissioner Margaret Vagi said the other 7 LLGs did not start on Monday due to bad weather brought on by the nearby tropical cyclone Koji that hit the coast of Queensland in Australia. The strong gusts of wind and heavy rains forced remaining LLGs to make adjustments to their polling dates. Vagi said the awareness on these changes were made within the respective LLGs by the assistant returning officers as per information from the team on ground, led by Operations Manager, New Guinea Islands, Sarah Yanderave. On Monday, 31 teams completed their one-day polling in Matalai and TVWAN Urban LLG. 14 teams continued polls into the second day on Tuesday, January 20th, especially in Namatanai LLG. 111 teams are in the deployment stage now, assessing weather patterns before heading out, while the challenging LLGs, like Murat and Tanir, are most likely to poll towards the end of this week. Meantime, the acting electoral commissioner says work on the counting center has begun. 4 LLGs will be counted simultaneously, with 4 stations to be set up at the Peter Torot Hall in KVN Town. Murat LLG polling teams were in training on Tuesday, while teams have been deployed to Tanir LLG and Nimamar LLG. On the other hand, all 17 teams for Konowagil commenced polling on Tuesday. Kamala Guare, TVWAN News.
Meantime, the one-day polling at KVN Urban LLG also saw the rollout of the Commission's photo roll exercise that aims to capture the faces of electors whose names are on the 2025 electoral roll. The LLG had 20 polling stations and 20 polling teams. Vagi said this is a pilot project in KVN Urban LLG, which has 9,410 eligible voters. The acting electoral commissioner said the ICT team began the distribution of tablets as early as 5:30 a.m. on Monday and supervised the teams the entire day, attending to issues regarding the photo roll exercise and tablets. Following the outcome of the photo roll, the project will be rolled out to the entire province, which has 93,630 eligible voters. Police personnel in New Ireland Province have been urged to maintain discipline in policing and enforcing the law during the by-election and to comply with the electoral process. New Ireland Provincial Police Commander Chief Superintendent Albert Belly reminded the 250-plus security personnel, including 20 correctional service officers and the MS-18 from Tomaringa in East New Britain, to safeguard the electoral process.
To be discipline to be added in always during the time of the polling and the counting. So the instruction that was done well. And also I'm hoping the same with election proper, which is polling, and then extractions of boxes back. So discipline is one big part of my message to everyone. And also I also touch based on the electoral offences. And mind me, I was so vocal to remind all police officers we have families and the responsibility that it's a calling for us now to go out to serve the Electoral Commission, which is the government of Papua New Guinea's mandatory roles and responsibility for police officers to comply for it and not to get mixed up, tangled with the politics, the interest of politics and the job that we asked to do. That is to safeguard the staffs, the sensitive matters of Electoral Commission.
Hundreds of victims of sorcery and gender-based violence are currently relying on PNG Tribal Foundation for support. The foundation has confirmed 47 active cases nationwide involving 622 victims. President G.T. Buston says many victims are children and elderly people forced to flee after violent accusations. In Port Moresby, 40 people remain displaced following a fatal SARV-related incident last November. The foundation stepped in to support these victims and continues to stand with displaced families while pursuing justice through the courts. 8 senior NCD police reservists are being trained to better handle sorcery accusation and gender-based violence cases as concerns grow over unreported abuse in communities. PNG Tribal Foundation has conducted a sorcery and gender-based violence workshop as part of leadership training for police reservists in Port Moresby. The session focused on rising cases of SARV and domestic violence, highlighting the challenges police face when responding to victims on the front line. Sinisimpasin National Coordinator Marjorie Finkeo says fear, stigma and shame continue to stop women from reporting violence and that many women are afraid of retaliation or being removed from their homes. Officers also discussed the Glassman Bill 2022, saying more training is needed to help police apply the law effectively in sorcery-related cases. Police are now calling for stronger partnerships with government and NGOs to expand awareness and training for frontline officers. Member for Sinisine Yongomul Karenga Kua has pledged political support to strengthen the fight against sorcery-related violence in his district. Kua made a commitment to fully support PNG Tribal Foundation's work in addressing SARV. Kua visited the Foundation's office to discuss partnerships and the growing concern over unreported violence against women and children. He called for criminal laws to be revisited to ensure those causing violence are prosecuted. PNG Tribal Foundation President G.T. Baston welcomed the support, saying the partnership will strengthen ongoing work in Simbu and nationwide. And now we look at the finance news. The kina remains unchanged at 0.234 to US dollars in the interbank market. At Bank South Pacific, our kina was buying 0.2267 US dollars, 0.3336 Australian dollars, 0.1852 euro, and 35.59 Japanese yen. Looking at commodity prices at New York close, gold and crude oil closed higher, while coffee, cocoa, and copper closed lower, and palm oil closed the day unchanged. And on the stock market, the Dow Jones closed lower, ASX closed lower, and all ordinaries closed lower as well. We'll take a short break and return with more news after these messages.
For too long, banking has felt out of reach for many. But now, PSP's One-Took Wallet is here to change that. Send and receive money, pay bills, and top up. It's your money, wherever, whenever. Because at PSP, we are committed to improving how our customers connect to our One-Talks, to our family, to the ones we love. PSP's One-Took Wallet. Money made easy. Dial *131# for everyone.
Long year 2024, 7 baby i born one time HIV. HIV ikan go long baby long triple rot. Tambel mama ikat HIV, long time long carrying baby, na time baby is susu. Tasol yumi can help him bell mama, long lookout him baby inside long bell. Go quick time long bell mama clinic, na kiss him antenatal check. Time yumi pan him sick HIV area, o time bell mama i positive penis, early treatment i can save him baby. Give him baby healthy start long life. Stop him spread long sick HIV eagle long baby. This lutok sawe ikam long National AIDS Council Secretariat.
Are you a small business owner or just starting up? Need mobile plans for your team and Wi-Fi internet for your office? But also need flexibility, simplicity, and value? Then the Digicel SME Club is for you. Digicel's SME Club will keep your business connected with the best rates in PNG, affordable mobile plans with unlimited in-group calls, SMS, plus international minutes. Enjoy fast, reliable internet tailored for your business, starting from just 375 kina per month. With Digicel's SME Club, there are no contracts and no security deposit. Just seamless 24/7 dedicated customer support, a loyalty rewards program, and monthly discounts when you pay your bill using Digicel Cell Money. Keep your business connected and thriving with Digicel's SME Club. Contact us today on 7373-0000 or dial 126 for details. Your business deserves the best. Join Digicel's SME Club today.
Jerry, what is it?
You left without a word. You didn't even say goodbye.
Did something happen?
Nothing.
You know that I'll keep waiting for you, right?
The NBA on ESPN is happening now. We don't know who's going to catch fire or who will shock the world. We don't know which bucket will break some hearts, who's showing up courtside, if dynasties will ever dynasty again. And we don't know which play will become a poster. But we do know that for tip-off, Christmas, finals, and everywhere in between,
Stop playing with me.
ESPN is your home for hoops.
Welcome back. The PNG Forest Authority dedicated their annual operational plan on Monday, 19th January 2026 at their head office in Hohola, Port Moresby in a worship ceremony. The theme for this year was Reset, Recommit, dedicated for a new beginning in PNG Forest.
You have delivered.
Pastor Henry Hotio led the dedication service, sharing the scripture from Isaiah 40, verse 19. In his sermon, he challenged PNG FA to live out their mandate as custodians of the forests.
God is saying, stop, look, pay attention. Before reset can happen, leaders must see, institutions must acknowledge, hearts must discern. Change begins not with policy, but with perception.
Acting Chief Operation Officer Jim Menege, who stood in for the Managing Director, urged the staff of PNG Forest Authority to change within themselves in order to fulfill the call from the theme.
You must change in out so that then everything will be in order. When we change individually within you as a single officer, then back to the family, back to the organization that we look after on behalf of people of this country, then change can happen. Without God, we cannot. God must be first in everything.
Menenge referred to the annual operation plan and how they can use that to reset and adopt new ways of doing things in PNG Forest Authority.
Today marks a special moment in history to reset the way in which we manage and govern and administer our forest in the country, to be able to deliver. We gather in one piece, one accord, so that we can be able to reset our ways of doing things according to the way God wants us to do.
We can have our plans, we can make our plans, but you alone have the last say. So, Father, me bring him come to you this plan.
Joanna Pile, TVWAN News.
The United Kingdom has approved China's plans for a huge new embassy in central London, despite opponents warning it could be used as a base for spying and pose security risks, even for Australia.
This is the historic Royal Mint building in the heart of the UK capital, just across the road from the Tower of London. But it's about to be transformed into the biggest embassy in Europe after the British government approved plans to build an enormous new Chinese embassy here. The approval is controversial. Some politicians and campaigners have expressed security concerns about the plans, particularly about its proximity to sensitive underground data cables, which connect central London to Canary Wharf, a major financial centre.
This really is the backbone of the United Kingdom economy, financial services. But this doesn't just impact the United Kingdom. Any country, which includes Australia, that has banks or financial services in those districts is potentially affected. This is really serious, not just for the UK, but for many of our democratic allies.
The opposition has slammed the decision, but the British government said its intelligence agencies were involved throughout the approval process. And in a letter, the head of the British Security Services said any risks posed by the new embassy were manageable. But opponents aren't giving up. A local residents group is crowdfunding for legal costs online, hoping to overturn the approval in court.
We're going to take it all the way. I mean, we can't afford to risk losing our homes, losing our security, worried about our safety on our estates.
The decision comes ahead of an expected visit to China by the UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer later this year.
Australia's biggest coal-fired power station has been given another extension. Erring on the shores of Lake Macquarie will now operate until 2029. The government says it'll deliver energy security, but critics argue that will come at a cost.
The state government was once so concerned about potential blackouts, it offered to cover Origin Energy's losses at Eraring if the company extended the life of the power station until 2027. But so far, Origin hasn't needed that lifeline, and now it wants to keep the ageing asset running until 2029.
Taxpayers haven't had to pay, but we've gained stable electricity, and that's really the government's primary goal.
Last year, the Australian energy market operator warned that if Eraring closed next year, energy supplies could be threatened. Origin says its decision will provide stability to both the grid and to its workers who've been worried about the future.
That anxiety is slightly relieved because they do now know that they have another couple of years of employment in an industry that they like and enjoy, that pays pretty reasonable money.
But not all locals are happy the 41-year-old facility is getting another extension.
We've got to put up with the emissions, we've got to put up with the extra coal ash being stored on the dam.
New South Wales has a legislated emissions reduction target of 50% by 2030. Eraring's due to close in 2029, so there should be no impact on that target, but there'll still be tens of millions of tonnes of extra CO2 going into the atmosphere. Climate campaigners are blaming years of poor planning.
Accelerate the rollout of renewables and storage, and that actually helps to accelerate the demise of coal-fired power stations.
But for now, this ageing giant lives on.
And that ends the news segment. Sports is up next. Stay tuned. In today's fast-moving world, visibility and presence is everything. But how do you make sure your brand or message stands out? You need a partner that offers a 360-degree advertising solution, covering every touchpoint, every platform, and every screen. From concept creation to media buying, from our own TV stations and website to premium content and powerful digital campaigns, from billboards to bulk SMS that reaches millions, and high-quality production that brings your vision to life. Wherever your audience is, Trend Media will place you in the spotlight. Call Trend Media now on 7222-0210 or email trendmediapng@digitalpacific.com. Trend Media, your 360-degree advertising and digital partner.
What would you say to 6 months free bonus credit? Wowee! That's right! Get the Wowee 4G LTE smartphone from Digicel and you'll enjoy 35 Kina bonus credit every month for 6 months, plus a whopping 50 gigs of data and 60 minutes free talk for 7 days. Hurry! Get your Wowee 4G LTE smartphone for only 199 Kina at a Digicel store or agent today, and say Wowee to a total of 210 Kina free credit. Only with Digicel.
Missing the headlines that matter the most? Only one better way to stay up to date. TVWAN Online. One click on tvwan.com.pg. Access PNG's breaking news, top stories, international news, and the latest in sports and entertainment. Visit tvwan.com.pg wherever you are in PNG and bookmark it to your home screen. TVWAN Online, the news source you can trust, just one click away.
It's NFL season on ESPN.
that means Friday, busy.
What a start!
Monday, locked off all day.
This place absolutely buzzing.
Tuesday, sorry, got plans.
Wide open, touchdown!
It's that toe-tapping, pick-sixing, game-winning drive time of year.
Wow, what a catch!
So fill your calendar. The NFL is on ESPN.
Medication time.
This January, the world has gone wild. Chaos, thrills, explosive, and star-studded action.
The man is crazy.
And you're not.
And you're gonna need a crew as nuts as you are.
I'm freaking out!
Survive the madness if you can. January Saturday blockbuster movies, only on Hits Movies.
Oh man, this is gonna be epic!
It's time for a holiday hangout with Teen Titans Go and their Cartoon Network buddies. Buckle up and hit the road for some wild and wacky holiday adventures. There'll be unexpected detours, fun and games, and no trip is complete without Maximum Snackage. Holiday Hangout starts February 16th, 9:15 a.m. on Cartoon Network.
Thanks for staying with us. After the recent appointment of the PNG Chief Executive Officer, the organization has announced a change in its board leadership, with the appointment of Catherine Harris today as the new chair of Chiefs, replacing Ray Dibb. Harris, a leading Australian businesswoman with decades of experience, brings extensive corporate expertise and senior governance experience to the role. She has served as an inaugural board member of the PNG Chiefs since 2025 and is a former Australian Rugby League commissioner. The PNG Chiefs board takes the opportunity to thank the outgoing chair for his efforts in establishing and developing the PNG Chiefs. Due to adverse weather conditions in Auckland, the Oceania Football Confederation has advised the deferral of both OFC Pro League matches scheduled to be played at North Harbour Stadium today. The postponed fixtures include Tahiti United versus PNG Hikari FC, originally scheduled for 12 p.m. midday local time, and South Melbourne FC versus Solomon Kings FC, originally scheduled for 4 p.m. local time. Auckland is presently under a heavy rain warning, and the decision to postpone the matches has been taken in the interests of the safety of players, match officials and supporters. Both matches will be rescheduled to a later date within the competition calendar. Further details regarding revised fixtures will be communicated in due course. Auckland FC maintained their perfect start to the OFC Pro League campaign, securing 2 wins from 2 after a strong encounter against Vanuatu United FC at the North Harbour Stadium yesterday. While the day's earlier fixture between Bulla FC and South Island United was postponed due to heavy rain, the clouds cleared just in time for the evening kickoff. Auckland coach Luke Casserly made 9 changes to the side that won on Saturday, and the rotation paid immediate dividends.
He throws in a step over.
In a competitive match during round 1, Auckland FC defeated Vanuatu United 3-1, though the scoreline didn't tell the whole story of how hard Vanuatu fought. The game shifted heavily in Auckland's favor when Emiliano Tade was tripped inside the penalty box. After a quick video review confirmed the foul, Tade stepped up and scored the penalty, doubling Auckland's lead to 2-0. It was a tough blow for Vanuatu United, who had actually started the game playing quite well. Instead of giving up, Vanuatu United ramped up for the pressure. They likely would have scored before halftime if not for the heroics of Auckland's young keeper, Blake Kalinen. He made several difficult saves against powerful shots from Owen Smith and Hassan Ramazani to keep his team ahead. Vanuatu's persistence finally paid off early in the second half. Alex Saniel fired a long-range shot that took a lucky bounce off his teammate Jody Tasip. The deflection confused the goalkeeper and the ball rolled into the net, bringing the score to 2-1. For a while, Auckland FC looked rattled, but their coach made strategic substitutions to regain control. One of those substitutes, Matt Ellis, provided a knockout blow. He teamed up with Issa Prince and fired a low, accurate shot into the corner of the net to make it 3-1. Despite a late attempt by Vanuatu in stoppage time, Auckland held on for the win, maintaining their perfect record in the tournament. Michael Tamtipais, TV1 Sport.
The Papua New Guinea Leoas have suffered a 30-run defeat to Bangladesh in their ICC Women's T20 World Cup Global qualifier match played today at the Tribhuvan University International Cricket Ground in Kirtipur, Nepal. Rex Letta with this report.
Winning the toss and electing to bat first, Bangladesh put up a strong batting performance, posting a competitive total of 168 for 5 from their allotted 20 overs. Their innings was built on solid partnerships and disciplined shot selection, which allowed them to maintain a healthy run rate throughout the match. In response, the Leoas began their chase with positive intent and showed resilience against a well-organized Bangladesh bowling attack. However, regular wickets at crucial stages slowed their momentum. Despite the setback, PNG's batters continued to fight, taking the game deep before finishing on 138 for 9 at the conclusion of their 20 overs. While the result did not go in their favor, the Leoas' effort reflected their growing experience at the international level. The match provided valuable lessons as the team continues its campaign against some strong oppositions in the global qualifier. After this loss, the Leoas will now regroup and focus on their upcoming fixtures. They will be aiming to improve their performance in the remainder of the tournament. Their next match is scheduled for January 24, 2026 against Namibia. This will be a crucial contest for their push to strengthen their position in the standings. Meantime, Cricket PNG has maintained confidence in the team's progress. They are confident PNG Leoas will learn from the defeats, adapt to the environment pressure, and represent in Papua New Guinea with pride on the global stage. Rex Letta, TV1 Sports.
The Papua New Guinea Rugby League fraternity is again in mourning this week following the devastating news of the passing of former PRK Gulf ISO captain Gabby Taune. The late Taune was an outstanding seasoned campaigner for the Gulf franchise until 2023 when he joined PRK Mendi Muruks for the 2024 and 2025 seasons.
Late Taune, who is of mixed Central and New Ireland heritage, was a product of the Port Moresby Rugby League system, having played for the Hoala Flies Rugby League club that won the PRL Premiership in 2017. In 2018, he was scouted by the Gulf ISO for a train and trial. After impressing in his first 3 games, the rest was history. His natural flair, passion and athleticism, including speed, skill and agility, contributed to his upward trajectory, making him a regular feature in the Gulf ISO playing group. His versatility saw him play multiple positions, including fullback, centre and winger. In 2022 and 2023, Taune earned the captaincy under coach Roger Laka. Though it was tough leading a very young and inexperienced side, Taune had the audacity to take on the challenge with both hands, earning great admiration, respect and pride from the club management and fans alike. The talented footballer later attracted interest from rival sister franchise PRK Mendy Muruks and was recruited by the club for the 2024-2025 seasons. This was a completely new challenge for Taune as he adapted to the Muruks brand of football and culture. The transition was different but seamless, earning the respect of the Mendy faithful and becoming a key part of their campaign in the past 2 seasons. According to a reliable source, Taune, still in his late 20s, fell ill after last season and was on medication before being readmitted to the Port Moresby General Hospital early this week. He sadly passed away on Tuesday, January 20, due to complications. The news of his passing has left teammates from both franchises in disbelief. Through rugby league, players create lifetime bonds and friendship. Brothers for life. Terry Longwood, TVWAN Sports.
Underperforming East New Britain Agmac Guria's 5'8" Wesley Batari is determined to regain his place in the Guria's top player list for the upcoming 2026 Digital ExxonMobil Cup season. The Tolai native from Nonga village in Rabaul district is not resting on his laurels as he steps up to lead his local club, Page Park Cowboys, defend this year's Agmac Rugby League 9's Tri-Series with an impressive performance.
There from Tik Batari, and then he's able to...
Batari started in Sevens Rugby with the Rabaul Page Park Cowboys before joining the Guria system in 2019. Initially playing in the halves alongside Solomon Pokare, the recruitment of international Watson Boas and Alan Simbiri from Central Rabaris pushed Batari to leave and join the Mendy Muruks in 2020. After 2 seasons, he returned to the Gurias in 2023, playing a leadership role under coach Francis Ray and helping the team reach the first grand final since 2015. However, Batari's form declined in 2025, leading to him being left out of the 2026 pre-season.
Last year, the training camp, even kalau defending la Magmac 9 can this year. Plenty new club boys. Most I think all pamanggi mas tripat so. But most of boys are new pamanggi so new game. Time dun kalau training, school mo on something where only something inside right. The camp less on display him there.
Batari has admitted is deep in performance and is using the Agmac Rugby League 9's Tri-Series as a platform to regain his form and return to the Guria squad for 2026.
Yeah, focus me this I think me think lo bringing back form me I think injury ko been last year so me no finishing more games with me so this year me prepare for this year so we can finish all remaining games for finals.
Terry Longwood, TVWAN Sports.
And finally, former PNG national men's touch football captain Eugene Eka will be taking the lead in training and preparing PNG teams for the Asia Pacific Open in Australia this April. The Open Men's, Open Women's and Open Mixed teams have been selected and will undergo training in Port Moresby next month.
The PNG national touch teams will be going into Asia Pacific Open with a new-look team officials and administrators. Amongst them is former men's national team captain Eugene Eka, who has been appointed trainer. Speaking of the team officials' appointment, PNG Touch Federation President Stephen Quim said the federation is giving out administrative roles to former national players as it remains committed to retain interest in the code and to promote the sport. He said the federation wants them to remain involved and pass their knowledge to the young ones. In commenting about Eugene's appointment, Quim said the federation will also engage any senior player who is willing to give back to the sport. Eugene is expected to be on the sideline full-time and support the team through training and support. Eugene has a wealth of experience, having captained the men's national team to a handful of international tournaments and also won a number of national accolades. He is expected to be of great help to the teams. The Federation is expecting a competitive outing in Australia. Rex Litter, TV1 Sports.
And that ends the sports segment. Now for the weather report. Southern region, Port Moresby, few afternoon rain showers, easing at night to partly cloudy with chances of few showers. Alotau, cloudy periods with few showers and possible thunderstorms. Homase, Ley, partly cloudy to cloudy periods with chances of few showers. Vanimo, partly cloudy periods with chances of few showers. New Guinea Islands, Kokopo and Rabaul, rain showers and possible thunderstorms. Buka, cloudy periods with rain showers. And Highlands region, Goroka, Barnes and Kundiawa, becoming cloudy tonight with few rain showers and possible thunderstorms. Oceans forecast. Coral Sea, seas rough to very rough with west to northwest winds of 15 to 30 knots, reaching up to 35 to 45 knots at times. Solomon Sea, seas slight to moderate with northwest winds of 10 to 20 knots. And coastal waters. Waters of southern PNG and Indonesian border to Daru, to Kiwai Island, Kerma, Yule Island, Hood Point, Samarai Island. Seas 2 to 3 meters, rising to 3.5 meters along gale warning areas. Waters of Samarai Island to Cape Vogel and all Milimbe Islands. Seas 1.3 to 2.5 meters, rising to 3.5 meters at times in gale wind warning areas. And that has been another edition of TV1 News. Do take care out there as the weather is unpredictable, and do adhere to safety warnings. Thanks for your company. Good night.
The TV1 News was proudly brought to you by
Guess what?
What?
You can save up to 34% on Digicel TV plans when you pay with Cell Money.
Nice, yeah.
And now, just visit a Cell Money agent or Digicel store to deposit money into your Cell Money wallet. Then dial *888# to buy your prepaid TV plan from your Cell Money wallet, or use the Cell Money app and boom! Save up to 34%.
Yeah.
Now you can enjoy more entertainment for less, only with Cell Money, a product of Digicel.
Living in a village? No problem. No power? No problem. No TV? No problem at all. Now you can watch your favorite sports and entertainment shows right from your phone or tablet. That's right, it's mobile and convenient. So what are you waiting for? Download your Digicel TV app today. Watch TV